Boom, boom, boom. I gotta be careful. For those of you who weren't here last week with class, I have a quadratus laborum, which is your hip and your back injury. That was like a post-pregnancy injury, and it flares up every now and then. The good news is working out helps it if I'm specific to the movement I use. So anyways, I'm dealing with that, but you'll have lots of options. So let's kick off class. First of all, welcome. Welcome. This is functional fitness training. So for the new folks, welcome. For the veterans, welcome back. We're going to do a little bit of mobility in the front, and then we're going to move. And so today's workout, let's just start moving and jump into it. So go ahead and crisscross your arms. The mobility piece is going to be a little bit of everything, but I'm going to be focusing on chest and shoulders. Think of it as heart opening. Big arm circles. So we're going to focus on that, but we will focus a little bit on the low body stability today. So we'll do about 10 to 15 minutes of that. And then we got 30 minutes of a strength routine. That's how this class rocks. Let's do second set since we're really focusing on the arms for our mobility today. Just open, close, open, close. So the format is going to be a travel flow, which means is every single minute, you're going to have something that kind of travels you, whether it be side to side, up and down, big arm circles, second set. And then you're going to have something that's kind of like a repetitive motion. So we'll get to that. What it is 1 minute of 2 exercises. If you're on one leg, we're going to do it 1 time on 1 leg. If you're on 2 legs, we're going to do it 2 times. Don't worry about any of that. I will lead you through, but that's just a little bit of something that we're doing today. Okay, let's go low body now. Go ahead and start swinging that leg forward, back. You're kind of balancing on that single leg. For your equipment, you're going to want something light, heavy, medium. And then in addition to that, we have an optional chair, bench, or couch. If you don't have any of that available, I'll show you an option standing. And all that's going to be for is for single leg split squats, which we'll get to in a little bit. Let's go ahead and ground that other foot. And let's try that swing, releasing on that other side. Standing up and nice and up tall. I find a lot of people tend to kilter back, and to kind of get that nice core engagement, you want what I call rib over hip or that slight forward lean. So swing away as I tie my shoelace. Just breathe. The goal here is to kind of move in the full range of motion, nice and mindful. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's start with our squat. So feet about hip width distance. And let's go ahead and reach that hip back. Going down nice and slow. Down, 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 and 1 up. Down, 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 and 1 up. So try to keep that cadence. 1 up. Just getting a little bit further in that squat if you can. Taking it slow, giving that opportunity to go low. As you let those knees trace the toes. 2 more. Up, and last one, and reverse it. Okay, we're gonna go into forward lunges here. So if you want, you're alternating feet backwards and front. Otherwise, if you want to stay with me on 2 feet, we're just gonna pulse the lunge. We're doing this 2 times, 20 seconds. All right, team? So get it all queued up, ready, set, and go. So you're doing your alternating lunges back, or you're just pulsing. Whatever you're doing, hello front leg. That front leg is doing most of the work here. That front glute. You got 5 more seconds till we're halfway. And switch sides if you're doing that pulse, or continue alternating. In the second half, start to explore your range here. Going down and up. Thinking about what you can control with that front leg. Good, about 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's go ahead and reach for the toes. Now we're working the front of the hip. Thinking about that quad muscle. Just lift it as high as it can go and put it back down. Let's go slow. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. Nice, beautiful hamstring stretch. But yes, you're getting a little engagement. And think about the hips. Some of us might tend to hike. That is a challenge for me right now. Hip hiking. So be mindful. Oh, go as high as you can without hiking that hip. 4 more. And 4, 3, 2, And last one. Okay, we're gonna warm up a little bit more. You're gonna cross your foot over. This is a figure 4. You're gonna optionally try either a figure 4 squat, or this is where you can play with the rear foot elevated or split squat. So, options. Friends who want to stay here, pulse, start there. Or friends who want to try that split leg standing, go to that figure 4. Friends who want to try the couch version, I always say, get back here, your foot all the way back up to the couch, and start in that pulse here. If that feels okay, step the tiniest half foot forward, and now reach that same leg back, and you're gonna go down and up now, rear foot elevated. So whatever you're doing, we're gonna focus on it for 30 more seconds. So either second side on the floor, split squat, pulse, pulse, front leg doing the work. And yes, this is mobility because you're working your ankle. As you go down, active range of motion, either on the couch or on the floor. Whatever it is, your knee should not be going forward, right? It's not going forward over the toe. You're just making your hips go down. Slight forward lean and relax, shake it out. Ooh, okay. About 30 seconds to set up and try your options. Everything is different. So option 1, on the floor. Option 2, try a couple of each. I'm doing about 2 to 3 to warm up my body. Figure 4. Option 3, get that heel to that back of the couch. Find that alignment. Go down and up 3 times. Does that feel good? Step slightly backwards, about a half a foot. Let that top foot elevate. And now it's the same movement, but I'm really relying on that front leg. Okay, 30 seconds. Ready, set, here we go. So either round 2 of split squat on the floor, or you're elevated. How spicy. We just jumped into that. So one of the reasons why I'm offering these different options here is when we start our workout set, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember which option you chose and go with that one, okay? 3 seconds, 2, 1, okay. Enough thinking, switching. Let's isolate the chest, do a little bit more mobility till we do our strength set. Hands behind the head, reach the head back and up, elbows go wide. Now, from here, elbows together like you're curving in, elbows wide. Again, elbows in, curve, curve, curve the back, shoulders away from the ears, and then open up. So you're going into extension and flexion even in the rib cage. 4 more. Relax the head. Think about the shoulders or the chest opening.
I don't even know anymore. What that even mean though? If you only live once, why we keep doing the same shit?
2 more.
Where I come from, we keep being
Low body stable. And last one. Now everyone hold neutral with me. You can be standing. And now we're gonna go do the top half. We look down, we look neutral. Now we're going from neutral to looking up. Press the head into the hands, really like you're looking up at the stars, and then come back to neutral again. Neutral, up, breathe, breathe, breathe. That's 1, 3 more. Neutral, exhale, feel that shoulder drop, arms wide, 2. Again, stargazers, I call these stargazers. If I was on a mountain, looking up, enjoying the view, that's how it would feel like. 2 more. We might have got an extra one there, that's okay. We all could use a little more time looking at the stars. Last one, beautiful, and let that go. So there will be an option to use the stargazer again, but for now I want you to focus on your hinges. So if you're going on 1 foot today, you're hinging over that top foot, and then you're coming up to standing. Other options are kickstand hinge or double hinge. Whatever it is, start that hinge. We'll do 1 minute per side. So on a T-top or single leg deadlift, you're really pointing that chest towards the floor, arms reach in opposition. Okay, if you so chose, you can add that stargazer at the top of that. So arms would reach up, single leg deadlift, stand tall, hands on top of head, stargazer, knee up. Again, so hinge, 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 over, arms reach up, get them back to your head, look up, lift up. Keep that kind of cycling through. I'm rocking that on 2 feet or kickstand. Key here, we all do this, our head starts to lead. Yeah, keep the head where it is. Let the torso do the work. The torso and the hip pushes back. Then it comes up, then it lifts and relax. That's 1 minute. We'll do that all on the second side, okay? Let's warm up with the hinge first. Select your option, kickstand, single leg, let's go. I'm starting that timer. So on that single leg, make sure that hip is dropped down. You might do that by physically holding the hip. Or if you're kind of struggling on the struggle bus with that, ground that foot. For some people, that feels more glute. Now, if you want, add that stargazer, reach up at the bottom. Reach to the top of the head, knee up option. Lift, look up. And repeat, hinge. Stand tall, look up. Keep cycling that through, 20 more seconds to go. Ooh, we're getting some single leg stability work today. Your foot might feel like it's on fire. Make sure to bring that rib cage back to neutral before you hinge. 10 more seconds to go. And last one, relax. Okay, diving a little deeper in mobility land, we're going to the floor. Come on, everybody come down. You're gonna squat, option to walk it up to a plank. This is called an inchworm. Out and in. Friends not going to the plank, you're pulsing. And arms up, thumbs back. You're getting the whole body. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds, okay? Set it up on your marks. Maybe you're already in it. 30 seconds starts now. So inch it out. And everyone, hey, I want you to try to do the squat before you crawl out. Find that squat or hold that squat. Little tiny pulses. 8 seconds to go. And 5, 4, 3, 1. Everyone coming down to the floor or your elevated surface. We're gonna do thoracic circles. Remember, heart openers today. So your arms are gonna be wide here, very wider than the chest, and you're gonna reach the chest down and draw a circle. So let me come closer so you can see that. If you're an elevated surface, you're here, wide arms. Go move your chest towards each one and curve back up. Kind of feels a little, it feels awesome. Feels funky sometimes. Let's try that. 40 seconds right here. Wide arms. One direction. Reach, 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 reach. Curve it. It's kind of like a little funky dance. Get into the nooks and crannies here. So if you have the elevated surface, same thing applies. Go down, 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 up and around. Same direction. Really get in there. Good team. 10 seconds to go. Everyone relax the neck away from the shoulders as you do that. And other side, here we go. So now everything moves opposite direction. Comes on over. Draw the circle or the oval. And remember, the head stays where it is. It's the arms, the chest leading you. Breathe. That might feel sticky. 5 seconds to go. 2 and 1. Okay, now we're neutral. You're on the floor, and you're just gonna have the shoulder blades pinch and then shoulder blades widen. So you're doing that without this. That's really hard for some people. Shoulders down, start there. And now shoulder blades pinch, shoulder blades go wide. So here's my shoulder blades. Squeeze and open. I had one client that felt impossible for. And so, funny thing, she had a lot of neck pain. So we're really resetting this right now. Squeeze the shoulder blades, activate in between. The rhomboids right there, widen. Let's do 4 more. Together, hold, hold, hold. Apart, so you're on the floor or you could be up with me. Together. Apart, again. Together. Apart. Last time, together and apart. Okay, shake it out, shake it out. Bird dogs. Coming back to your plank area. Opposite hand, opposite arm reaches, and repeat that here. If you so choose, you can tuck the toes, float the knees off the floor. This is your beast. Wherever you are, it's gonna be 30 more seconds to go. So you want your workout to reflect the intensity of your warm-up. So this is a good time to dial it up a notch if you want. Now, friends on the floor, if you haven't had enough fun already, there's a way you can add a little more. From here, same hand, same foot goes over 2 times. So let me adjust so you can see. Same hand, same foot. Same hand, same foot. You're moving laterally, 2 by 2. Playing with the breeze crawls, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. You'll see those again too. So 2 things, this and the beast crawls you'll see again. So nook that away where you can remember. Let's go to our lateral flows. 2 movements we'll get to know. It is single leg sit to stand and a wood chop. You have 1 minute to do this on 1 leg. So rear foot elevated. Option 1, holding a weight or no weight at all. You do 10. On that 10th one, you're gonna go wood chop 5 times. Numbers are 10 and 5. Yeah, we're having fun today. If you chose to do that split squat, it's the same thing. 10 down and up. You hold it at the top. And yes, this is fun. Wood chop is a across the body, straight arm reach, high to low, okay? If it's heavy for you, only go out as far or move as much as you can with control, okay? Travel flows. The travel is the up and down. The flow is stopping at the wood chop. Let's try it. I have full confidence in us, team. On our marks, get set. Here we go. So split squat, down and up, holding that weight. Weight in that front leg. So we kind of have this consistent movement here. You go down, you go up. Go down, go up, 10 times. I believe we're at 10. Now at the top, straighten the leg, wood chop, right? Some of us are balancing here like this, 5 times. And let's repeat that again. So down and up, 1, 2, you do your own pace. Get to 10. Front leg is working. At the top of your 10, extend your leg fully and now do that opposite hip to opposite shoulder reach. 8 more seconds of that. And relax. So fun stuff. We're just gonna do all of that again on the second side, okay? So set it up. Whatever you did on the first side, I recommend you do on the second side. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, start to set and we're on. Good, team. Count to 10, slight forward lean on that down and up pulse. Keep it there. Good, at the top of the 10, straight leg, opposite hip, opposite shoulder, 5 times. It's a taste. It's a taste. And then you go back down. 10, 9, 8, your own pace. Stabilization as you go down or up or across. Beautiful stabilization here. So this is one flow. We did it on the first side. You have 15 more seconds to keep going. We're doing it on the second side. I'm going to teach you a new flow in 8 seconds. For now, keep trucking. Keep trucking. And then 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, team. Now, grab your squat weight. So dumbbell, kettlebell, doesn't matter what it is. We're gonna start center. Let's figure out this flow together. On your marks, we got 5 seconds before we officially begin, but it's gonna be a squat down and up. Ready, set, go. Goblet hold, weight at the chest. Now, if you wanna float a little bit more, travel squat all the way to the edge of your space. Now from here, 5 presses. Then you go the other direction. Travel squat. Try to stay low on this. You go down as you step. Then 5 presses. So you're essentially moving from one side of the room or space to the other. If you don't got room, take 1 by 1 10 times. Then 5 presses. 3 seconds to go. Oh, I need to move this closer. 12 seconds to go. Whoops, don't want to cheat you of that. Yes, there's the timer, team. Side to side and press. Your press is slightly forward in front of the head. It's an outward press. Relax, okay. When we have 2 feet on the floor, we do it 2 times. Okay, so we're gonna do that again. 2 times. Same thing. Don't you worry. Squat and press. On your marks, get set. Here we go. So it's 10 center if you want, or just work with the space. Travel lunge, travel squat and press. Because I all know, sometimes we like a little spice in our life. Here's another option, a squat clean to the chest as you travel. Check it out. Step up, step up. Reach for the shins, up. Press it out. 5 times. That is if you're choosing to enjoy a little spice today. Both and all options are great. 20 more seconds to play with it. Move side to side, reach out and in. That's all I ask. Do it as is challenge for you. This is round 1, team. This is the second set, but we're doing 3 total rounds today. Relax. So I taught you 2 flows, the single leg and the chop, and then a side to side. Round 1, let's do it 2 more times. Starts with a lunge, set it on up. I gave a little extra transition time, I hope you noticed today. Ready? Lunge it, go. Flow number 1. We move up and down in this one, 10 times. Straight leg, hip to shoulder woodchop. 5 times. And then you re-loop. Oh goodness, what just happened? Oh, that got incredibly spicy all of a sudden. Or fun. 15 more seconds to go. Ay, yay. What good stuff. 10 seconds now. Oh, if you feel that burn, just like I do, that's your body going, hello, I'm getting stronger. Ay, and relax. Goodness, just right in the glutes. Should I say gluteness? Goodness. Okay, other side. Okay, lunge it. Get your composure. At least I will. Set it on up, hip square, down and up. Oh, goodness. Try to straighten that leg every time. So bend the knee, straighten. Keep that forward lean. Yes, work your way up to 10. Straight but soft knee at the top. Then choppy chop. All right. How many times Can we have that fun in 1 minute? Whew. 15 seconds to go. Nice, team. It's amazing how we are just kind of flowing down and up, but working the whole body. Goodness, relax. Okay, squat clean to press. So that was flow 1, we did each side. Flow 2, we have 2 feet on the floor, so we do it 2 times before we complete the round. Squat clean if you want, or goblet. Take a second, 5 seconds. Woo. Oh, breathe. And here we go, okay? So if you're squat cleaning with me, weight goes from shin to chest, and you step together. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow. And again, wide, narrow. Get to the edge of your space 5 times. Go back the way you came. There. Optional clean. You might be rocking the goblet. Again. And so for my friends who have 10 feet of space that way, just go for it. Take it all. For my friends who have about that much, 1 by 1, or down and up, we'll get you there. You got 5 more seconds. Press it, squat it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we know we have 2 feet down on the floor, so we gotta do 2 sets before we complete the entire round. Whoa, love it. 5 seconds to begin. On your marks, get set. Here we go. Change directions, why not? Yes, team, over halfway. 20 seconds to go right here. Ten seconds now. Goodness, I'm feeling that hello again. Hello, relax. Okay, that's round 2. 2 flows, 3 rounds. Back to the top. You got 10 seconds to finish, to start that final round. You do you, elevated or rounded. Setting it on up, square hips. Round 3. Let's rock it, team. Oh, here we are. Yes. All the spice of life. Just having fun in round 3. Down and up. Use that full range. Stabilize and move that optional weight across the body. Just thinking. The tiny bit of space we are just using up right now. Yeah? That above and below as you go down. Down on that lunge. Wow, a little bit more if that feels okay. Take that step out of woodchop break when you want. 10 seconds now. And lower up. Lower up. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Woo! Other side. Other side. So, rear foot elevated, optional weight. Set it up. 5 seconds to go. Maybe you shake out the tension that you were holding on to. Ready, set, here we go. Front leg is the star. That's what's doing the lift and lower, that front versus back. If you feel like you're tippy, it might be because There's a little bit too much back here. So try leaning forward for that last set. It will get a little more right there. Side glute med, hip stabilizer. We love. Yes. Full down, full up. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Love it. Let's move on. Yeah, we can make it a dance. In between set. Then grab your weights. 5 seconds. When your marks get set, go. We were in the club, no one would ever know. Side to side. Here we go. Press it. Yes, team. Just jamming it out. Stay aligned. We're moving laterally, but really my knees are in line with hips, and so is my hip, yeah? Hip stabilization happening with core work. 20 seconds to go. Work it. Get it. 10 seconds now. 5 seconds here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, second set coming up before we round out that third round. Sets and rounds, so special. With a big inhale, you have 10 seconds to go before we go back in. Take what you need. Starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Down and up, 10 times, or side to side. Press out or up. A little bit more shoulder love up here. A little bit more core down here. Beautiful work. 15 seconds to go. Home stretch, team. Home stretch. We're putting this flow to bed in 10 seconds. 5 seconds now. Yeah, stay in it. There you go. I see you. Relax. Nice job on that. Okay. So, flow land standing is done. Believe it or not, we did hip work, we did quad work, we did a push and core. We're gonna do more of that on the floor. So some of this you might think is familiar. Coming on down, option 1, you're gonna wanna have a weight nearby your side. This weight, you're gonna either do a quadruped or tabletop row. I'll show you with my other arm, where you pull it into rib cage. Optionally, if you don't wanna be on the wrist today, you're hinging standing or on the couch. So remember, there's a travel and there's a flow. First travel option, bird dog, 10 times. Into 5 times, medium to heavy row. So the first option is a bird dog, or if you're doing that standing, it would be reach, reach 10 times, single leg or supported row. Okay, for those of you who love the beast, you saw it in the warm-up and you were like, oh my goodness, what has my life been? Or, oh my goodness, that's crazy challenging. Let me see if I can try it. It's lateral beast walks. So you're floating your knee, you go to one edge of the space you have, you come back just to say, hello, I'm gonna row that weight Whether or not you're rowing from this beast position or a plank position, up to you. Now, as I kind of mentioned, you might have dropped in and heard, I'm kind of rehabbing a hip right now. So I'm gonna let you play with that. The key thing is, if you're in a beast, I want you to keep your knees close to the floor and shoulders down. That's why we did all that shoulder stuff. Neutral shoulders on that is my cueing. So that is flow number 1. Flow number 2, we'll do it together on the floor and we'll ease into it, okay? So let's get it started. We're doing these twice, okay? On your marks, get set. Here we go. Start with your flow movement. Beast or bird dog, 10 times. 1, 2. So if you're doing bird dog, do 1 each side, 2 each side, 3 each side. If you're beast walking, go to the edge of whatever space you have and come back. If you have a 10-foot row, do 10 times out, 10 times in, okay? Once you are done with that travel or fluid movement, think of this as your home base. Row it 5 times. And then go back out and in. Same side rows. You're gonna get 2 rounds of this. So whatever's rowing, you keep rowing with that movement. I'll jump in and join you. 15 seconds to go. Neutral neck, neutral spine, even on the row. And relax. So second round is just the second side now. So roll, relax the wrist. It is a little wrist intensive if you're on all 4s. Now switch sides. On that bird dog, still alternate. The rows repeat the same arm. Ready, set, here we go, and reach. 1, 1, 2, 2, till 10. Then row, or beast friends, float 2 times. As much room as you have, or 10. Go 5 out, 5 in, whatever floats your boat. Then come back and row. We're kind of doing user's choice today. There's times where, you know, there's those rigid things that you gotta do. Today's not one of them. It's whatever feels challenging, but we gotta be honest with ourselves what that challenge is. For me, that's hip stability today. This is enough. For us, some other people, getting across that 10-foot room. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Love it. Okay. Flip it on your back. We're gonna walk through this one together. So this is our final flow. We're in a bridge. We will be pressing the weight up and overhead. So have a medium to light one. Some come down and join me. The first movement is gonna be bridge to press. Okay, this is our flow. 2 feet on the floor, feet hip width distance, and you're pressing that weight down and up. You could stay here. For those of us who are feeling like you want a little bit more of a full body movement and instability, on that press, lift one leg and then alternate, bridge march. I'm gonna put my hip down for that one because that side, 2 feet is enough. So you're alternating. Pretend my hips were lifted. On the press, extend the foot. Now switch, single leg, bridge to press. This is your flow. Now after you do about 10, I'm trusting we've all done about 10, there is the option to sit up overhead 5 times. 5 and 4, 3, well, I'm counting out my reps. That's not the time. And then you're gonna alternate between those 2, right? So your flow movement is a bridge press press, and your pause is the 5 up and down, okay? We took that whole round to talk about it. Take a rest. We're gonna repeat that again, okay? So we're just getting a little taste of some floor work here. Let's rock it out. Last set, team, last minute worth of work. Bridge press, chest press, to sit ups. Ready, set, and go. Count them out, and 1, 2, optional bridge up. And then you sit reaching that weight up. For those of us who don't want to go into that crunch, you can do a pullover. Weight moves above the head and pulls in. Then repeat. Bridge chest press. Good. If you are doing that bridge, team, I want you to try to keep that hip flush by squeezing the glute even as you extend that foot. You'll kind of shift. That's okay. Try to minimize that shift as you press. Press. 5 more seconds to go. Reach that weight down and up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are done. So you know how before we did 3 rounds of the flows? We did 1 round, but we did the 2 sets back to back. So now's the time you start to dial it back. Make sure you have room, space. We're gonna do a little child's pose stretch here. Hips back, thumbs reach up. Really push your hands into the floor to get that little extra lat stretch. Good, team. Just letting it all go. Walk your fingertips to one side in that child's pose. Get that extra length through the side body. And other side. Walking the fingertips, that nice gentle stretch. Big inhale, exhale, again. Beautiful work. Let's start slowly standing on up. I'm gonna stay kneeling, you stay standing. We're gonna go into that kind of stargazer extended stretch, like in the beginning of class. Reach your hands behind your back. Really kind of reach the elbows in opposition and just breathe into the rib cage. Different focus this time. 4 deep breaths in. 4. Think about as you exhale, letting the shoulders drop. 3, 2, and 1. Stay standing for you. Grasp the hands into a side lock and just let it go gently to the other side, right? So that nice side stretch, getting a little bit more of the chest, shoulders, the torso, and other side. Good. Now, take the shoulders, big shoulder circles. I'm gonna give you an option. I will demo, and then you can add that on if you want. We're gonna do a second side stretch. Foot over the other foot. Whatever side's in front, reach to that same side. Here, if you want, 2 arms class to deepen that there. Breathe into that side body. I'm gonna keep it on 2 feet today. 2 more deep breaths. Expand the chest. Ooh, let it all go. And shoulder circles. Other side. Clasp. Foot over the front if you want. Reach to that side if you want. Whatever it is, 4 deep breaths. And expand the chest and relax the shoulders. 2 more breaths. And last one. We are about 45 minutes into working out, so if it's your time to skedaddle, please stretch as you can throughout the day. Otherwise, we'll finish up in a minute or 2. Figure 4. So remember all those figure 4 squats we did dynamically or moving? Now we're just gonna kind of nook into it. Grab something. If you want a little counterbalance or have a seat. Nice figure 4 stretch 4 times. Now, instead of breathing into the chest, think about breathing into the belly here, kind of relaxing the muscles of the bottom half. And okay, other side, it's the same thing. So before we were really focusing on that chest expansion. Now, believe it or not, kind of breathe into that abdominal wall. Helps release some of that low body tension. So here we go. Seated, grab in, or just hanging out here. 4 times. Breathe. Imagine the hips expanding as you inhale, and then exhale. Just let everything relax. Again, your hips won't actually expand, but just breathe into the hip bones and relax. 2 more. And last one. Okay, team, hands behind the shoulder, shoulders back down and around, ear to shoulder, look on down. This one now focusing on breathing into the corners of your shoulders, right? Big inhale. How can you get that space a little bit more relaxed? Exhale. Ooh, let all that passive tension just go natural. 3 more. Other side. Take your time. Ear to shoulders. Roll the shoulders back down. And last one, let's take it nice and wide. Our classic right here, squatting on down, really lean on that front leg. Ooh, letting all that back tension go. Option 2, add a pivot. Ooh, yeah. One side seems to be happier when I add rotation, but I'll take that as a cue to chill out center. Rotate if you want. 2 more breaths. Big lift, big reach. Inhale, exhale. Ooh, let that go. Again, big lift, big reach. Tippy toes if you want. Last time. Take it up, lift, and let it go. Give yourselves a hand, team.